Well, yes, despite a fairly quiet start to the working week, things are soon going downhill with the arrival of Storm Chandra and that amber Met Office warning coming into force for heavy rain, and there will also be some pretty blustery winds associated with that. And that rain is already getting into western parts of the patch, and it will track its way steadily northwards across all parts by around midnight, and thereafter that rain becoming just increasingly persistent and locally heavy in places. Blustery winds as well, especially so along the south coast, where we could see gusts in the region of 50 miles per hour or more. But of course it will all keep the temperatures up, so a frost-free night all round, probably not falling much below 6 or 7 degrees for many of us. Tomorrow morning though, a thoroughly grotty start courtesy of Chandra. Lots of rain on the scene initially, giving some tricky driving conditions through the early rush hour, but the rain will clear away as the afternoon wears on. We may even see some brighter sunny spells coming through, and in the best of the brightness, not feeling too bad, highs of 10 or 11, and then showers start to track in from the west later in the day. Those showers will stick with us for a time overnight into Wednesday, but I suspect Wednesday itself is likely to be one of the better days of the week, hopeful of largely dry and bright conditions as that day wears on, but make the most of it from Thursday onwards, a return to rather cloudy skies and further showers or longer spells of rain. Bye-bye. Well, it may have been a fairly quiet start to the working week, but it's not set to stay that way. Overnight tonight, of course, Storm Chandra will be heading our way. A yellow Met Office warning coming to force as a result, with a fair bit of rain heading towards us. Now, out there at the moment, we've got 1 or 2 showers, but it's still mostly dry. However, as the night wears on, here comes that rain piling its way northwards. And as we head towards the end of the night, just turning increasingly persistent and locally heavy with it. Blustery winds as well, especially so along the south coast, where we could well see gusts in the region of 50 miles per hour or more. But all of that giving rise to a relatively mild night for the time of year, probably not falling much below 6 or 7 degrees Celsius. But of course, Chandra giving us a thoroughly grotty start to the day tomorrow. Plenty of rain initially, some really tricky conditions likely during the early rush hour. Quite a lot of rain on the surface of the roads, and we'll also see potentially some disruption to public transport. But as the day wears on, conditions will slowly improve. The rain moves away, the cloud perhaps thinning and breaking to allow a few brighter spells to come through. And in the best of the brightness, highs around 9 or 10 degrees Celsius. Then we'll see some showers following in overnight into Wednesday, but most of these tending to fizzle out through Wednesday morning, and Wednesday likely to be one of the better days of the week. Do make the most of it though. Thereafter, a return to further showers or longer spells of rain.